Hello friends, I'm Serum and welcome back. Don't do things that will give you nightmares, like getting too close to the glass, or walk under giant floating spiders. In Australia, this is an everyday occurrence, so cross it off your travel list. Or in a tunnel where thousands of spiders are piled on top of each other, and if you're risky, you can touch them and put them on your head like this girl. Are you trying to become Spider-Man? Well, if you touch this, a clump of daddy long legs, you might just become him. These are found in very deep caves or on random cliff sides in Mexico. Technically not spiders because daddy long legs only have 2 eyes. This man spent all of his money on his computer instead of pest control. Time to rearrange your priorities. Average Genshin player, like and subscribe if you speak English. Where do all of the used tires go? Well, some of them just sit in fields and others are ground up to be mixed into pavements to create new roads. They are not being attacked by fish. This is actually the rain progressively coming towards them. This is an even more beautiful sight. A real place, bro indeed did know a spot. This is the most beautiful girl in the world and she thanks her parents for the genetics. Unbelievably stunning, highly edited photos, but this is not edited. Piano Tiles 2, this is a world record for completing beginner at 21 seconds with this robot that he created. Have you ever seen an ant head under a microscope? Well, you probably wish you didn't. If these were big, it'd be a problem. Or a rock under a microscope, which looks like this. Hard to believe. If you're feeling sad, this will cheer you up. A little spider checking himself out in the mirror. Although it looks like he's dancing, he's actually trying to mate with himself. This man's making a 100-pound giant boba milk tea. This would sell for over $500 in a regular boba shop, and to top it off with a giant straw. It indeed was tasty. This will blow your mind. The world's fastest train. Trying to time travel into the future, the amount of pollen in a tree is mind-blowing. When they take it down, you do not want to breathe that in. Allergies off the charts. And snow in the middle of the sea, which is beautiful, being lit up by the boats. This is the rarest steak in the world, Wagyu Beef. The animal is fed strictly remains of pressed olives, and it creates an insane marbling with the fats, which results in an unmistakable taste. This small little piece will run you hundreds of dollars, but it's cooked by a trained professional chef. Most say the experience of trying it is worth it. This is a massive beehive, and they're doing a defense mechanism which makes them look much bigger as a group than they are individually, creating a wave-like effect throughout the whole hive. Even as a human, this would be very scary. So to a mere animal that doesn't understand what's going on, they would not try to attack the hive. If you say ha-ha and press down on your chest, your real laugh will come out. So these college students tried it out. Pennywise? These people were on a cruise and saw a small boat in distress. They were shooting flares and were flashing SOS signals. So they sent a rescue team to go grab them, which caused lots of attention. And believe it or not, here's the other POV. Nobody was injured. The life of Pi in real life. A manta ray is bigger than you think. Compared to a shark, that looks like it's 20 times the size. Or this fossil, compared to a human, really puts it into perspective. This bunny named Boba thumps before he jumps. It's like a little power booster. This huge spider, a tarantula, attacks a smaller spider, which is actually pretty big on its own, and it realized it wasn't king of the house anymore. Who do you think would win this fight? It's time to burn down the house. Looks like the small one got away. This exhaust pipe is not small. In fact, the welding skills needed to make this, yes officer, it's stock. This girl went to a music festival specifically for Kanye West. However,
I have to tell you something. What? He dropped out 2 days ago. He's not gonna be here.
You are wrong for that. This man's girlfriend was messing around with him by acting like a possessed girl.
Babe. Babe, what are you?
He got on the counter and grabbed the flowers for self-defense. Luckily, this was not real. It was set up. He did not feel like he was in danger, but it's still funny to watch. They wanted a viral video. And that's exactly what they got. Someone bought this costume for their dog and let him loose. And here's what it looks like going through a tunnel. And this is what Winky the cat looks like when he has a cold.
Bless you, dear Winky.
Dear Winky. Cats are cute, but sometimes they go in places they probably shouldn't, but it makes them more cute, so there's no problem. This man does not belong here. A wind farm in the ocean. If you have megalophobia, this will scare you. Here's what it looks like from far away, and there's a yellow thing down there, which is how deep the pole actually goes. And there's periodic beeping, which adds to the scare factor.
And look at how big this thing is. It's absolutely huge.
Here's what animal tongues look like up close. Up first, course, geese. A little scarier than you may have imagined. Butterflies can't be that bad. Oh, how is that even possible? Can you see the spider? Just put the bug inside. This is a six-eyed sand spider, which is known for doing a very specific thing. This insect is about to have a reality check about realizing that his whole existence was just made for food. So never step on sand barefoot. They are known for being extremely venomous as well. This man made a real web shooter from Spider-Man, and it actually works pretty well. You can catch a fly, but you can't swing. This is a one-of-a-kind, but eventually will become available to the public. This is SpongeBob, and he's extremely dehydrated. So a good Samaritan is going to save his life. How SpongeBob was created? How was the spider nest created with all these little babies? It must have started with the big one.
Oh, there it is!
This mysterious object is alive and knows how to play piano. This part of Earth stays completely bright the whole entire day for 6 months at a time. The other 6 months out of the year, it has very short days and gets dark around 3 p.m. So, if you have a bad sleep schedule, this will not help you. This kitten will help bring peace into your life. It is, in fact, battery operated and will follow you wherever you go. Asking an AI to show the last selfie ever taken, the result is pretty grim. Coming up with multiple versions, we must continue and not think about what's to come. POV 2032. This is the world's loudest bird. Called the white bellbird, it has the record for the loudest bird call on the planet. A new telescope, JWST, has taken photos of space, and it's much better than the previous best, the Hubble telescope. There is the quality difference, so much more detail, and we can learn about space. It's such a big breakthrough because we can see the gas in the atmosphere. It's like comparing iPhone to Android. What we can gather from this is that we're not alone. Babe, wake up. A new universe just dropped.
Can somebody give me a hiya?
It pronounced it so well. Even the ocean has spiders. The shell absorbs oxygen, allowing them to breathe. Isn't she beautiful? Psych. This was found on a dog, which was removed considering it was so big. Comparing it to the size of the hand, how do they not see that? It's harder to see in black tiled pools. Some people get an evil vibe from these. Red is much worse. I personally do not mind these colors. It warms up the pool. The ocean is like a really big pool with massive creatures. Like this massive sunfish, which is the biggest fish in the ocean. It's 14 feet long and spends most of its time hunting in the deep. Cat versus spider. They're throwing their paws as usual, and these spiders are raising their arms. Looks like the spider is outmatched, and he ran towards the cameraman, which his heart dropped. These people live in a van, and there's spiders all over it. It got inside right through that tiny crevice. Well, the trip is canceled. I'm going home. So they had to open it up, hoping it wouldn't get inside. Unfortunately, they weren't so lucky. After spending hours trying to get them out, luckily they're Australian, and it wasn't too detrimental to their mental health. It happens in the UK too. This was spotted. The legs will always get you. You don't want to touch that, man. Even that pen is scared. Whip out the scissors. Crazy moment caught on doorbell cam. When you're getting a haircut and they trim around your ears. Personal space. This is called Snoop slimes, and they come out with the most satisfying slimes ever based on texture and sound. Do you like this one more? Or this one? Sakura lychee jelly, super thick and glossy, which smells like lychee. Mud wasps stock their nest with spiders, which actually serve as food for their offspring. They got all types of flavors in there. Elephant beetles are bigger than you think, compared to a shoulder of a man. And bald eagle nests, although big birds, have an even bigger nest. Comparing to a human, that's a mansion. Hot dogs are not what you think, or maybe they are. But when you see how they're made, it might make you not want to eat it. I used to enjoy them till I realized it's pretty disgusting. This machine purees the hot dog batter. It's like pancakes, but meat. Never get this pet. She has a black widow in an enclosure. Make sure she does not get out. So an artist decided to set out to make the scariest spider she possibly could. Very talented, it came to fruition. She did mention it was inspired entirely from her nightmares. So if you ever see the spider in your dreams, rest assured, it cannot hurt you.
Right now, click the bell icon to turn on notifications and subscribe to join the Serum Squad.